20 years ago, one woman had a vision to honor the achievements of Connecticut remarkable women. She realized that women had made major contributions to the state, but were underrepresented in the history books and rarely recognized for their accomplishments, despite often overcoming tremendous odds. A trailblazer at heart, she sought to uncover these forgotten stories and created a team of dedicated volunteers. Together, they combed through more than 300 years of Connecticut history in search of the first class of inductees to what would become the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame. The first induction ceremony was held on May 19, 1994. 46 women were inducted, 36 posthumously, marking the first time that the collective achievements of Connecticut women were publicly showcased. Through these first 20 years, as we have built an array of valuable programs and resources, she has been there with us, leaving her mark on much of what we do today. It is her legacy of innovation, collaboration, and sheer determination that we carry forward into the next decade.
Tonight, to thank Geena for her leadership and service, and to honor her extraordinary commitment to the Hall, and with full knowledge that honoring and inspiring women is her passion, the Board of Trustees proudly establishes the Geena Clonan Founding President's Award, which will bring yearly recognition to an organization working to educate and empower women in Connecticut as she has done for so many years. Please stand and welcome the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame founding president, Geena Clonan.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Good evening. For 20 years, it has been my honor to stand here before you in celebration of the many Connecticut women whose life stories have served to educate and empower our quest for gender equality. And yes, significant advancements have been made, but unfortunately, substantial inequalities exist. American women and girls are raped, violated, trafficked, and discriminated against at an alarming rate. We represent 50% of the population, but merely 18% of Congress. And as Governor Malloy alluded to earlier, in Connecticut we earn 76 cents on the dollar to our male counterparts, but in other states much less. For women of color, lesser still, and the majority of Americans living in poverty are women. We face constant challenges to our constitutional right to choose, and affordable and dependable child or elder care is scarce. But of course, all of us here tonight know this, because we've afforded ourselves certain entitlements, most importantly education. But for a moment, I'd like you to imagine the struggles of the illiterate woman. A woman with no English, a woman, perhaps an immigrant woman, a refugee woman, a woman with no legal status or financial aid, a woman with few cultural skills to survive in this society, a woman who is most often a mother, perhaps the sole breadwinner, the head of the family. Imagine this woman right here in Connecticut. For this is the woman who comes to the Mercy Learning Center in Bridgeport, where educate a woman, educate a family is the mantra. The volunteers there offer services and programs, English as a second language, preparation courses for the high school equivalency exam, computer literacy skills, adult basic education. But more than that, they offer wraparound services like education-based childcare in the center while the women are in the classroom. They have on staff a learning specialist, a social services caseworker, an immigration lawyer, a employment college counselor, and last but not least, a food pantry. All of this is done by raising the funds every year for nearly 3 decades. And they do this with a cadre of volunteers. On this, ladies and gentlemen, the 20th anniversary of the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame, with our vision for education and empowerment, there can be no more perfect recipient for the first ever Founding President's Award than the Mercy Learning Center in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Please welcome its president, Jane Ferreira.
It's such a great honor, first of all, to be partnered with you, a tremendous woman who has done so much for women in this state, empowering women in every walk of life. All of the women at Mercy, poor, women of color, undocumented, documented, we give you and this organization, Women Empowering Women, our deepest gratitude for this wonderful honor. Thank you.